Before the world knew him as CR7, Cristiano Ronaldo did something absolutely insane. And it wasn't scoring a bicycle kick or winning a Ballon d'Or. Oh no, it was something way crazier. Stick around, because today we're breaking down 10 crazy Cristiano Ronaldo facts explained, and trust me, you've never heard them like this. Number 1, his heart almost stopped him. Before he ever bent a ball like a wizard, Cristiano's career almost ended before it even started. As a kid, Ronaldo was diagnosed with racing heart syndrome. His heart would beat way too fast, even when he was just chilling. Doctors literally said he could collapse mid-game. One wrong moment, one spike too many, and boom, lights out. Imagine being 15 years old, dreaming about lifting trophies, feeling like you were born to run, born to dominate, born to shine, and then being told that your own heart might betray you before you even get your first real shot. Imagine sitting there while doctors murmur words you don't fully understand. Most kids would have quit. Most parents would have pulled the plug immediately. After all, no trophy, no dream, no stadium roar is worth risking your life for. But Ronaldo? He fought. At just 15 years old, he underwent heart surgery. Not a wait and see treatment, not maybe it will fix itself surgery. Real invasive high risk surgery. But for Ronaldo, there was no plan B. Football wasn't a hobby, it wasn't a backup plan, it was his purpose. He recovered faster than anyone predicted. He didn't just walk back onto the pitch, he sprinted onto it. Running faster, training harder, pushing himself hungrier than ever. Because when you come that close to losing everything before it even begins, you don't take a single second for granted. Every sprint, every goal, every trophy, it's not just for glory, it's a middle finger to every doctor, every doubter, and every voice that said, you might not make it. Because that's just how Ronaldo rolls. But that was just the beginning. Number 2, he was nicknamed Crybaby. Today when you think of Cristiano Ronaldo, you picture the swagger, the stare downs, the muscles flexing after every goal, unbreakable, unstoppable icon of greatness. But rewind the tape. Go way back to the dusty streets of Madeira. Because little Cristiano, he wasn't the machine. He wasn't the GOAT. He was Crybaby. Whenever he lost a match, full-on meltdown, tears streaming down his face like a broken faucet. When a teammate missed a pass, waterworks. When a ref blew a call, a puddle of frustration. And it wasn't just a sniffle here and there, it was epic, loud, messy sobbing. His childhood friends, his classmates, even his early coaches, they all gave him the same nickname, Crybaby. Fun fact, he cried so much that teachers had to call his mum to come get him from school matches because he couldn't handle losing. Imagine that. Hi Mrs. Ronaldo, your son is crying again because he didn't nutmeg the janitor. But here's the thing, Ronaldo wasn't crying because he was weak. He was crying because he cared. Because every second without winning felt like betrayal. Because anything less than victory felt unbearable. And while most kids would have been told to grow up or get over it, Ronaldo did something different. He took every tear, every tantrum, and he turned it into rocket fuel. He learned how to channel the rage, the heartbreak, into training, into obsession. That Crybaby? He grew up to become the most cold-blooded finisher the world has ever seen. And if you thought that was crazy, just wait. Number 3, he's faster than a sports car. Okay, not literally, but kinda. When Cristiano Ronaldo first stepped into Manchester United's training facilities, it didn't take long for the coaching staff to realise they had something different on their hands. During sprint tests, Ronaldo clocked acceleration speeds that weren't just good for footballers, they were good for elite sprinters. Specifically, during a 20-metre sprint, Cristiano accelerated faster than an average sports car going from 0 to 20 metres. Picture that for a second. A Ferrari revs its engine, tyres screeching, and this teenage Portuguese kid blasts off the line faster. The trainers had to double check the timing equipment because they thought it was broken. They measured his burst off the line, and it left even some professional sprinters raising their eyebrows. But here's the kicker. Cristiano's explosive power isn't just some gift from the gods, it's engineered, manufactured through a brutal, obsessive training regime few could survive. We're talking resistance bands stretching him backwards as he sprints uphill. We're talking explosive jump squats until his legs practically catch fire. Underwater treadmill sessions where he sprints against the resistance of water for hours, strengthening muscles no normal gym session could ever touch. Cryotherapy chambers, altitude masks, special leg resistance gears, and still he pushes for more. In a sprint test, he accelerated faster than a Bugatti Veyron up to 20 meters. Yes, a Bugatti. Scientists have studied his motion frame by frame. They broke down his mechanics and found his knee lift is higher than average sprinters, his stride frequency matches that of Olympic 100-meter specialists, his ground contact time, the fraction of a second where his foot touches the turf, is freakishly low, meaning he spends more time flying than running. By the way, scientists literally said he runs like a sprinter and jumps like a kangaroo. Not kidding. Oh, and in case you think that was young Ronaldo, think again. Even now, well into his 30s, he's been clocked sprinting at 33.6 kilometers an hour, faster than some world-class athletes in track and field half his age. And it's not just in open field sprints. His first 5 steps, the burst from standing still to top speed, are so explosive that defenders barely have time to react. They blink and he's gone. Today, even at 38, he's still hitting speeds younger players only dream of. It's not just talent, it's a system. A ruthless, engineered, meticulously crafted system built over decades. Every sprint, every drill, every extra session when the lights are out and the stadium is empty. That's how you become faster than machines. That's how you become Cristiano Ronaldo. And speaking of money, number 4, he's worth more than some countries. This one will absolutely blow your mind. Between his mega salaries at Manchester United, Real Madrid, Juventus and Al Nassr, his lifetime deal with Nike, rumoured to be worth over $1 billion itself, his chain of CR7 hotels, his line of fragrances, underwear, eyewear, gyms, and a literal army of sponsorships, Cristiano Ronaldo's empire isn't just big, it's colossal. As of now, Ronaldo's net worth has soared well past $500 million. Let that sink in, $500 million. If Cristiano Ronaldo were a country, he would be wealthier than small nations like Tuvalu, Nauru, Palau, Dominica, and even a few others. There are literally heads of state who have smaller budgets to run their entire countries than what Ronaldo has chilling in his bank accounts. And it doesn't stop at salaries and contracts. He earns hundreds of thousands of dollars per Instagram post. One selfie, one gym pic, one good morning to his 600 plus million followers, boom, another 6 figures. In 2023, it was estimated that Cristiano could pull in up to $2.4 million for a single sponsored Instagram post. To put that into perspective, that's more than the average American makes in their entire lifetime. That's enough to buy a mansion with cash just by posting a selfie. His influence doesn't just stop at social media either. His presence can shift entire economies. When he joined Juventus in 2018, shirt sales skyrocketed, covering half his transfer fee in just 24 hours. Juventus' stock price rose by 20% almost overnight. Sponsors lined up like kids outside a candy store. His move to Al Nassr, same story. Stadiums packed, jerseys sold out, TV deals exploded. There are entire national economies running on less per year than Cristiano pulls in from posing with a watch, sipping a protein shake, or casually walking out of a training session. Cristiano Ronaldo, professional footballer, part-time nation, full-time global superpower. And just when you thought that was peak Ronaldo, number 5, his vertical leap is insane. Forget what you know about headers. Cristiano doesn't just head the ball, he launches into the sky like a human rocket and attacks it with the ferocity of a fighter jet. Ronaldo's vertical leap is 78 centimeters, or about 30 inches. For comparison, the average NBA player, yes, those gravity-defying dunk artists, have a vertical leap between 28 to 30 inches. That's right, Cristiano Ronaldo, a footballer, is jumping like an NBA star. But it gets crazier. At Juventus, he once rose 2.56 meters, that's 8.39 feet, into the air to head a goal. Just visualize that, a full-grown man flying higher than the crossbar, floating in the air while defenders below him are still trying to jump. The defender left grabbing thin air. The goalkeeper helpless, rooted to the ground like a statue. Fans shocked, jaws on the floor. Scientists couldn't believe it either. They studied Ronaldo's jumping techniques and discovered he generates more torque in his jumps than many professional track athletes. His calf muscles are engineered for explosion. His timing, impeccable. His core strength, outrageous. When Ronaldo jumps, he doesn't just leap, he hovers. When Ronaldo jumps, gravity just takes a coffee break. And this isn't some one-off miracle either. It's consistent, week in, week out, game after game, training session after training session. From his early days at Sporting Lisbon to Manchester Manchester United to Real Madrid, Juventus, and now Al Nassr. Defenders have learned one brutal truth: if Cristiano times his jump, you are done. No amount of height, no amount of muscle, no tactical fouling, nothing can stop the human rocket once he launches. It's pure physics-breaking sorcery, and at 38 years old, he's still doing it, still defying gravity, still dunking headers into the net like he's rewriting the laws of motion. Cristiano Ronaldo isn't just good in the air, he owns the air. And if you think that's impressive, you haven't seen how he treats his own body. Number 6, he's a total health freak. You think you're committed to your New Year's resolutions? Cristiano Ronaldo laughs at your kale smoothies. He doesn't just stay fit, he engineered his entire life around maximizing human performance. Body fat percentage? Around 7%, a level reserved only for elite athletes and Olympians. That's basically walking anatomy chart territory. Muscle mass? Around 50% of his total body weight. Off the charts elite, built not for show, but for explosive, functional strength. Every single meal he eats is calculated. He eats 6 carefully planned meals per day, heavy on fish, especially sea bass and cod, lean chicken, eggs, whole grain cereals, salads, fruits, and of course, avocados. No junk food, no sugary sodas, no random cheat days. Hydration? Relentless. Ronaldo drinks water constantly throughout the day and avoids alcohol completely. Even after winning the Champions League, while others popped champagne, he reached for the water. Training? Daily. Sometimes twice or 3 times a day. Early morning sessions, midday gym work, late night recovery runs. He's been known to train in hotel hallways if necessary, to bang out crunches and push-ups in airports, to sprint stairs when gyms are closed. Sleep? Next level. Ronaldo doesn't just sleep like normal people. He uses a technique called polyphasic sleep, taking 5 90-minute naps spaced throughout the day instead of one long 8-hour sleep. Why? Because science says it optimizes recovery, muscle growth, and alertness. Fun fact, at Euro 2020, during a press conference, Ronaldo casually moved a Coke bottle out of frame and told fans to drink water instead. Within hours, Coca-Cola's stock plummeted, wiping nearly $4 billion off their market value. One gesture, $4 billion. That's how powerful Cristiano's brand is. He's not just an athlete, he's a walking, talking empire of discipline. Every cell in his body is conditioned for peak performance. Every decision, from food to training to sleeping to breathing, is made with one goal in mind: be the best, stay the best, crush everyone who doubts it. And if you thought that was wild, wait until you hear where he started. Number 7, his first salary, a joke. We all know the millions Cristiano Ronaldo makes today, from massive football contracts to endorsement deals that sound more like national budgets. But back at Sporting Lisbon, the reality was painfully humble. His first salary was about €20 a week. Yes, 20. That's barely enough to buy a stadium hot dog these days. Forget private jets and designer watches. Young Cristiano was basically making pocket change. And what did he do with that tiny paycheck? He used most of it to help his family. Every cent mattered. Ronaldo grew up in a tiny tin roof house in Madeira. His father worked as a kitman for a local club. His mother cleaned houses to make ends meet. Money was tight, real tight. Sometimes the family had to scrape together what they could find to buy groceries. New clothes? A luxury. Football boots? Often second hand. So when Cristiano started earning his first few euros, he didn't spend it on toys or junk food. He sent it home, helping his family pay for food, electricity, and bills, easing the burden on his parents, making sure his siblings had a better shot at life. Every sprint on the field wasn't just for glory, it was survival. Today, Ronaldo owns multiple mansions across Europe. He cruises on yachts bigger than hotels. His car collection is worth millions. He buys penthouses, he donates millions to charity. He lives a life that most people can't even dream of, but he never forgot what it was like to have almost nothing. From €20 a week to one of the richest athletes in the history of sports. Talk about a glow up. And if you thought his story was already legendary, just wait until you hear what he sacrifices to keep giving back. Number 8, he donated his blood and stopped getting tattoos. In a world where celebrities show off their ink like badges of honor, Cristiano Ronaldo stands apart. Most footballers, especially at his level, are walking murals, full sleeves, neck tattoos, statements of identity inked onto their skin. But Cristiano? 0 tattoos, not even a tiny one, and there's a powerful reason why. Ronaldo decided early in his career to stay tattoo free so he could continue donating blood and bone marrow without delays, complications, or restrictions. Because here's the thing, if you get a tattoo, many blood donation centers require you to wait up to 6 months before donating. Cristiano wasn't willing to risk it. For him, giving blood wasn't a one-off charity stunt, it was part of his routine, something he made time for, quietly, behind the scenes, even when nobody was watching. He's donated regularly throughout his life, often anonymously. No cameras, no press tours, just pure acts of giving. And it didn't stop there. When a teammate's young son was diagnosed with leukemia, Ronaldo didn't just send thoughts and prayers, he joined the global bone marrow registry and publicly encouraged millions of his fans to do the same. Imagine the ripple effect. Fans around the world, inspired by their hero, signing up to potentially save lives. CR7 chose compassion over clout. No ink, no distractions. Just a pure, unshakable decision to help others whenever he could. Flex level, hero mode activated. And if you think that shows heart, wait until you see just how big his influence really is. Number 9, he's the most followed person on Instagram. As of right now, Cristiano Ronaldo holds the crown as the most followed person on Instagram. Over 600 million followers. 600 million! That's nearly double the entire population of the United States. It's bigger than the population of most continents. If Ronaldo's Instagram followers formed a nation, it would easily be the third largest country in the world, behind only China and India. And that nation, it would be obsessed with football, discipline, and ab workouts. His posts regularly hit 10 million likes within just a few hours. A simple selfie at the gym, viral. A snapshot with his family, front page news. A picture in a new suit, fashion world meltdown. Brands know this. Brand deals, sponsorships, endorsements, they're lining up around the block and willing to throw astronomical money just to get a slice of the CR7 magic. According to reports, Cristiano earns up to $2.4 million per Instagram post when promoting brands. That's not a typo. He makes more in one click than some professional athletes make in a full season. His Instagram isn't just a social media account, it's a financial super weapon. It's advertising gold. It's a cultural megaphone. It's Ronaldo creating global waves with a single tap on post. One gym selfie from Ronaldo can crush Instagram servers. Not bad for a crybaby from Madeira. And if you think his digital empire is wild, just wait for the grand finale. Number 10, he's not slowing down at all. You'd think after 20 plus years of sprinting, scoring, sweating, lifting trophies, and rewriting record books, Cristiano Ronaldo would take a step back. Maybe relax, maybe coast a little bit, maybe retire on a yacht somewhere and sip on protein shakes under the sun. Nope, not even close. Even now, playing for Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia, he's not just participating, he is dominating, breaking goal scoring records that locals thought would stand forever, winning trophies like he's still in his prime, setting new assist records, and bringing a whole new level of professionalism, intensity, and spectacle to an entire league. And the ripple effect? Massive. Ticket sales exploded, merch sales through the roof, international TV deals inked, youth academies booming with kids who dream of being the next Ronaldo. Cristiano didn't just show up for a paycheck, he showed up to make history again. He said it himself, age is just a number, and every time he laces up his boots, every sprint he makes, every header he smashes into the back of the net, he proves it. 38 years old? Doesn't matter. Slower league? Not a chance. Doubters? Please. He's still evolving, still pushing the boundaries of what's possible, because Ronaldo doesn't know how to slow down, he only knows how to level up. And if you think this is the final chapter, trust me, Cristiano Ronaldo is just getting started. In the end, Cristiano Ronaldo isn't just a footballer, he's a living, breathing machine built from dreams, setbacks, surgeries, heartbreaks, and pure fire. He didn't just survive, he redefined greatness. And if you think this was crazy, just wait till you see what he's planning next.